Hello, madam. I'm Hirina Nadaraja. I'm from Group 9. My group consists of three people, which is me, myself, Vigneshwari, and Amirul Mujahid. The title of our group is Bioprospecting. Issue in Bioprospecting. This is the issue that we got from an article which is known as the Global Quest for Green Gold, which madam already approved. Summarize of issue in Bioprospecting. Basically, this article examined the asymmetrical knowledge exchange that take place under bioprospecting projects. The process of cataloging, creating biological parks, benefit sharing are undergirded by problematic premises with various implications for bioresources and knowledge. Um, this article states that the most bioprospecting projects have the impact of trade-related aspect of intellectual property rights framework on the patenting of bioresources and the associated traditional knowledge. Then this article also focuses on the proliferation of bioprospecting projects driven by the possibility of patenting bioresources and associated knowledge. Next, this article also analyzed the bioprospectors' three-pronged approach to engaging with the indigenous resources and knowledge, such as I said, cataloging, establishing biological parks, and benefit sharing. In a nutshell, this article also examines the strategies of resistance by indigenous communities against the global north's intervention. Sorry.
About definition of bioprospecting. Bioprospecting is the systematic search for a biochemical and genetic information in nature in order to develop commercially valuable products for pharmaceutical, agriculture, cosmetic, and other applications.
Okay, let's go to the positive impacts of bioprospecting. Okay, the first is towards law. Okay, laws are currently being drafted to protect and regulate access to Malaysia's local biodiversity resources, namely the Access and Benefit Sharing (ABS) Bill. The ABS Bill seeks to ensure fair and equitable sharing of benefits from the use of Malaysia's genetic resources and to avoid cases of biopiracy. The second impact is enjoy a sovereign right to their national resources. Okay, towards society. Okay, offer a better education and employment avenues. Okay, by prospecting collaborations between pharmaceutical companies and countries supplying the medicinal raw material and knowledge of offer not only the revenue source for undeveloped countries but also opportunities for society for better education and employment avenues. Many studies have suggested that if the bioprospecting search is based on the information and knowledge from local people, then the value of bioprospecting benefits will be higher. Okay, the second one is the promote a good health. Okay, the next is towards country. Okay, the economic value of plants and living organisms for pharmaceutical purposes is enormous and benefiting not only to the pharmaceutical industry engaged in R&D but to host country and indigenous community also who gain from ownership of the biological resources and expect adequate compensation for resources use, especially after the Convention on Biological Diversity (CBD) in 1992. Another impact for country is develop pharmaceutical products. Another impact. Okay. Another impact for country is develop a new pharmaceutical products. Okay, bioprospecting covers a wide range of commercial activities in different industrial sectors, including pharmaceuticals, foods and beverages, biotechnology, seed crop protection, horticulture, personal care, cosmetics, and etc. It provides valuable leads for new product development, and many companies look for new applications of biological species that have not been studied earlier. For the positive impact for individual is certainty of ownership. Clearly defined rights of ownership and control over genetic resources are crucial for smooth negotiation and functioning of the arrangement, preventing dispute between stakeholders. This would depend on the nature of the existing land tenure system in the country and the way land laws are administered. The last positive impact is it creates an incentive to monitor biodiversity in order to avoid the risk of losing economic opportunities from competitors. Okay, the negative impacts of bioprospecting. Okay, the first one is towards law. Okay, the negative impact to the law is lack of consistency in legal framework. Okay, the project draws attention to the lack of policy concerning bioprospecting, the different ways various parts of the government use fractions of existing law to require a range of permits. The lack of consistency in legal framework and procedures, and the lack of coordination among the involved parties result in a situation in which legitimate bioprospecting becomes very difficult. Okay, the second impact for law is increasing the risk of biopiracy from non-signature countries. Okay, biopiracy can be said to be a crime in the field of biodiversity where the developed countries patent the biological resources of third world countries of the world as their own without sharing the benefits they gain from each commercial exploitation, while bioprospecting is an agreement where the mutually agree to share benefits with the community to whom the knowledge belongs. Okay, second the second negative impact to the society is the negative impact for society is unable to assert their rights against powerful conglomerations. The aggressive push to appropriate bioresources have rendered the local communities vulnerable, and they are unable to assert their rights against powerful conglomeration whose influence often extends across the borders. Okay, the second one is conflicts between their members. Tribal societies are heterogeneous with difference of religion, ideology, values, and political orientation, also the way of life, resulting in conflicts between its members. They are often pitted against each other to grab whatever is promised to them by the bioprospectors. Okay, as for the impact to the country is, the monetary for resources country is not sufficient. The second negative impact towards country is imbalance in ecosystem due to the excessive exploitation of material resources is always possibility. Imbalance in ecosystem. It is actually due to the excessive exploitation for material resources. The tropical rainforest regions of the world, which constitute more than 50% of medicinal plants, are disappearing. Last but not least, The negative impact towards individuals is difficult for indigenous people to aware about the negotiation with whom and share information to whom. The last one is no effective guidelines and conditions defined for innovators. The multinational company engaged in bioprospecting are free to patent biomaterials, but there are no effective guidelines and conditions defined for recognizing and rewarding the contributions of indigenous people. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you so much.
Now I will talk about strategies on how to tackle the negative impact of bioprospecting. We all know that bioprospecting is important because we can get a new beneficial thing to humans, but it also has a negative impact. So I want to talk about how to minimize the negative impact of bioprospecting. First, stronger enforcement measures against biopiracy. Biopiracy and weak ABS can reduce the impact of bioprospecting. Stronger national, legal and enforcement measures against bioprospecting. Biopiracy can weak ABS frameworks have reduced the impact of bioprospecting, but prospects are improving with more and more countries updating their legislation and adhering to the Nagoya Protocol. The emergence of best practices and greater focus on corporate social responsibility and ECG are important enablers. Second, more environmental friendly bioprospecting operations. Try to learning by doing non-invasive innovation and try to minimize the harm to habitats as much as possible. So we want to this tell us if we want to do bioprospecting, we need to make a preparation. So we will not waste the sample. And then innovation is friendly to nature. That means we do not harm the nature and the species of plant that we want to make bioprospecting. Third, more effective use of resources and stronger generation capabilities in the source country. And the last one, more robust ABS framework to protect the culture and interest of local communities. For example, we want to take a sample from a tree, but the tree is important for them because it has tradition value or the resilience value. So we need to make ABS framework so we do not make a conflict. And for example, the sample is important to the community because if we take the sample, it will harm the village. For example, we take the sample from tree, we need to cut more tree, and the village can be destroyed. Ensure obtain non-monetary benefit. Thank you.
Next is conclusion. In conclusion, bioprospecting projects pose an intriguing conundrum. They claim they can ensure sustainable utilization of bioresources, can preserve indigenous knowledge, can grant benefits to indigenous community, and can help to discover plants with therapeutic potential which will exchange the public health. There is a long history of negotiation with more inclusive discourses. This is also known as the ground reality. Bioprospectors are strong and coherent economic entities in cataloging indigenous bioresources and knowledge, which enable the greater appropriation and sequence the region which are rich in bioresources. If they do not any access to indigenous community, they only share minuscule amount of benefits from indigenous and legal support. Reference. These are the reference that we got from internet. We got from the article that we chose, and we got from some websites. That's all from us. Thank you, madam.